What's up, everybody? Congratulations to you, the girl watching this, because you have made it almost to the end of the week. Just one more day of the week, and then you're done, everybody. Congratulations, and in order to get you there, let's have a little premature celebration with a review. Hello everybody, back again for some more stuff, and today we're going to be reviewing the PWNAGE Ultra Custom Ergo Wireless. Okay, this is the second revision, and this mouse is years old. Okay, but I wanted to review it because I own it, and I really like it. So what's special about this mouse? Well, first of all, just to get this out of the way, it's an ergonomic shape. So you can see that it's very tall, and from the front you can see it's actually one side higher than the other, right? So that's so that it fits your hand really well. It's really comfortable where it sits in my palm. It's really nice. This is what a lot of people will call a Zowie EC2 clone type shape, because the Zowie EC2 was the original mouse that had this kind of shape. Everybody really liked it, so a lot of mice followed up on it. And when the Ultra Custom Ergo came out, it was really the only wireless offering for this kind of shape. So that's what made it stand out from the crowd. Now, this isn't necessarily true anymore. There are a bunch of Chinese companies that make it. There's the Lamzu that really took on, or took off. So there are some more budget offerings for wireless ergo-shaped mice, but this is the first one that really came out, and you know, I really think it's a great deal. So it comes with well, let me get out the box. I have the box right here. So when you get this mouse, it comes with black and white colors, but you can actually buy extra colors to put on it. So I don't have all of that here with me, but I do have in here, I bought yellow parts, and I don't have all the yellow parts right here, but I have quite a few of them. So with this mouse, you can take off the clicks and you can take off the back shell. So I can take this off really easily. I can replace it with a honeycomb yellow shape. I can replace it with a solid yellow. I'm just gonna slide that on for the rest of this video. It also came with a little yellow DPI button, which I chose to put on here. And yeah, you can just slide it on super easily. The same with the clicks. You can put different colors on there if you want to purchase them as well. I think they were like $7 when I bought them, including shipping. I might be wrong, which seems like a lot, and it is a lot. But I thought, well, I'll probably have this mouse for like years. And I was right. I do have this mouse, and it's been years. When you get this mouse, it comes with a couple of things that are pretty nice. So you know it's wireless, so they have to, of course, send the dongle, and it's really small, which is quite nice, and a charging cable. This cable is kind of ugly because it's white and gray, but it has this really nice rubber tie to keep it all together. And it's a really nice braided cable. If I had to use this mouse wired, which, oh, I said I would keep on the yellow for the rest of the review. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to lie to you guys. I just totally forgot. I promise. I wouldn't lie to you. Yeah, it's a really nice cable. If you use it in wired mode, it feels totally fine. And, you know, if your PC is far from your mouse, then you would use that charging wire along with this adapter. So you would plug the USB-C end in here, and then the dongle in here. Pull this up onto your desk. The wire goes under to wherever your PC is. That makes the receiver close to the mouse, which means that there is no delay in the 2.4 gigahertz connection, which is what you want. Of course, you don't want a delay. just to really quickly, while I'm cleaning this stuff up, talk about the specs of the mouse. You know, I'm not exactly somebody who can tell you all the ins and outs of like what makes different mice good or what makes different mice bad on like a technical level. I'm not sure what the name of the sensor is in this mouse, but as somebody who has been using it to game for years at this point, I can say that it's good enough. It has, you know, decent enough sensor implementation that I would never notice anything happening that I didn't input, despite it having been probably well over 3 years. It's at least been 3 years since I have purchased this mouse. So yeah, I mean, I think it's been longer than that too. I'm not exactly sure how long I've had it, but I've had no issues in that entire time, which is, you know, what you want to see out of a mouse like this. And it's cute that you can get a bunch of different colors. You should go to their website just to look at the colors and check it out. For the polling rate, you know, there are a lot of modern mice that have really high polling rates. So like I know the Logitech G Pro Superlight 2, the squeak wall to the original one, has a 2K hertz polling rate that you can turn on, in addition to the 1K that it normally runs at. And I know that a lot of newer mice are going with 4K or 8K hertz polling rates, which just means that it's polling your mouse that many times a second for a change in position or direction or whatever. This mouse has 1K hertz polling and it's fine. It's not, I've been told that it's not really noticeable when you play with anything that's higher than 1K. And that makes sense, because how are you going to notice polling differences that are that, like when it pulls your mouse 1,000 times a second, that's basically just getting every input. Now, if it's less than that, I know that that can be noticeable, right? So, you know, when I played Super Smash Bros. Melee online, natively, the GameCube controller adapter, when it's running through Dolphin emulator, will not pull at 1,000 hertz. And there was a fix using some like external software to make it, to overclock it to 1,000 hertz. And you can really notice the difference between those two. But once you hit 1,000 hertz, it's really fine. It doesn't feel like anything is going awry or anything is unresponsive. So, you know, I think that in terms of polling and sensor implementation, this mouse is really, you know, it's fine. It's sufficient. It's good. And the fact that it can be different colors is fun, but I guess there are like two downsides to this mouse, right? When you're holding it like this, you can see that these side buttons, I'm going to move this over here. If I'm holding it like this, you can see, I have my hand lotion for my hands get dry, you guys. Sometimes when I'm going to play Valorant, my hands get so dry. I love this lotion. Okay, you guys? Everybody go watch that video. I made a video about the Hey Humans lotion. This is the same bottle from that video. I haven't run out yet, although it's getting quite light. I'm cutting it close, but it's okay. I have another couple bottles in case the company died. But you should go check it out. I really like this lotion. It's very good for my hands. But you can see that when I hold the mouse, this is how I'm normally holding it, right? You can see that the side buttons are pretty far away from my thumb. So I have to like kind of go quite high to hit them. And that puts me in a less comfortable position than having my hand here. That might bother some people. Like if you play Fortnite, I think that would bother you. I'm not sure why, but I know you're supposed to use these, but I think you use them for building. You have to build very fast if you want to be the best. Or you could play no build and drive a little car around and listen to the radio. And the only other downside of this mouse, this is totally personal preference, is the clicks. So the clicks, I hope you can hear that, are very light. I used my roommate's, he has a Razer Viper. I don't know what revision or what version, but he has a Razer Viper of some sort, and the clicks on that are more defined and, you know, tactile. They're just a little bit more defined, and yeah, I mean, that's really it. They're more defined. And these are very, very light. I sometimes feel that they are too light. And the clicking experience, I mean, you could say it's variable, but it's not like you're going to be clicking your mouse in different areas all the time. If you click it like towards the front middle, it like feels weird. But nobody's clicking their mouse right here. You're not going to be like you're going to hold your mouse normal and click the normal spots. Like, it's fine, as long as you're not clicking in a really weird spot just for the sake of it. I really like the scroll wheel. You can see the lines. It goes like one tick at a time. So it's like, but it's silent. It feels really good. It can go fast, but it also can go slow. I really love the scroll wheel, honestly. It has these 4 little tiny feet. They've been fine for me. I just have like some random mouse pad. And then it has like, you can turn it on for wireless mode, and then you can also turn on gaming mode. Gaming mode and non-gaming mode, like the office mode online, are literally the same. The RGB is the only difference. So although I think it calls it like work mode or office mode or something, it does use the same technology. It's not like Bluetooth or anything, and it's like losing speed, so you have to have it on. Like, no, it's just the same thing, 2.4 gigahertz wireless connection, up to 1000 hertz polling rate, but there's no RGB on, which is, you know, ideal because the battery won't die so fast. But yeah, I really love this little yellow button that I've added. I feel like it's a fun accent for somebody who really loves yellow like myself. And that's about all I have to say, honestly. I really love this mouse. I think that if you were going to buy a mouse today and you wanted an Ergo shape, it's a pretty safe bet to say that you should go with the Razer Death Adder V3, right? But if you're trying to find something a little bit cheaper, definitely consider this mouse. I don't know if the Lamzu is cheaper than this. I don't know if there are other offerings. There are definitely people who review mice more often than me, who are more up to date on what mouse you should get. But the PWNAGE Ultra Custom Ergo Wireless Revision 2 mouse is great. I love this thing. Oh, and the honeycomb shape might freak you out, like this. It's really not bad. Like, I freak out. I'm not good with like bad sensations, you know. I don't like that at all. I was like, ew, I'm not gonna like this. The back plate being solid, that's pretty important to me. The side, not at all. I mean, this is totally fine. It cuts out like a couple grams of weight, and if anything, it lets you grip it a little bit more, but it's really not that noticeable that it's like that. Like, yeah, I don't know. I thought I would really hate honeycomb cutouts, but I don't. They're fine. So, comment below, do you guys play any games with a mouse and keyboard? Because, you know, I played Minecraft a lot as a kid, but that was really it. So, I didn't really play that many games with keyboard and mouse. But when the beta for Valorant came out, and they were like, they did drops. So, like, if you watched Twitch streamers, then you could have a chance to, like, get let into the beta. So I watched a ton of Mango, who is the GOAT of Super Smash Bros. Melee, which is my favorite game. And I watched a ton of him playing Valorant, and I would just like leave the stream on. And then I got into the beta, and that was my first time playing an FPS, really, especially with keyboard and mouse. Unless you count, like, I was playing the Minecraft Hunger Games, and I whipped out my bow and arrow. So yeah, I just wonder if you guys have played games with keyboard and mouse. And then, like, maybe specify, like, how important it is in your game that you have a mouse that, like, functions well. Because, like, you know, in shooting games like Valorant, it is quite important that your mouse tracks exactly where you're going perfectly. But I don't know if it's that important in other games. I'm not saying it isn't important, okay? I'm just saying I don't know how important it is in, like, League. Because you just, like, click around to make yourself move, but I don't know how important it is to, like flick from one place to another, you know? Like, if we're, like, how important is it that your mouse is perfectly accurate when you go, like, really fast, you know? Is that something you have to do in League of Legends? Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of this episode. Like, subscribe to all that good stuff, and yes, goodbye.